go, standing by. So Breathless came about 2 years ago. I wrote the script with Yanni Papamanolis, who was the co-writer. And the idea for the script, I suppose, came from an experience that happened to me when I was about 12 years old. My auntie actually lost my cousin in a backyard pool drowning when he was about the same age as the boy Tommy in the script who drowned. So the script kind of was born from that, I suppose.
I wanted to do it straight away. Yeah, I just thought it read really beautifully, and it was something I wanted to do. And you don't get scripts like that all the time. I just could see sort of how I envisioned it is exactly how it seems to be shot. So it's absolutely beautiful, and it was just something really powerful that I thought was a good chance for me to sink my teeth into something different.
One of the things that really drew me to the story was its great heart, and I think Peter, the director and co-writer, has a great maturity and beyond his years and a sensitivity. So I think I loved that it's about such a dramatic situation. This couple in crisis with a child that's died. I think I was really drawn to that. Is that it's very quiet. There's very little said. There's about 6 or 7 lines in the whole piece, but it's all about what's not being said. I think is that the inability to speak is really interesting. So it's got lots of layers, and it's got a real heart and a truthfulness about it that I really warm to.
My character is Lily, and I think she's sad sometimes when her mum and dad, like in the story, when her mum just keeps going in the pool and everything, she feels left out when her dad's going to work because she can't play with anyone or do anything or talk to anyone because her mum's too busy in the pool. I would feel really sorry for her because, like, her little brother died, which is really sad, and then her mum's nearly drowned, which would be really sad, and then it's like 2 people's basically died in the story.
And the character that I'm focusing on, David, I think, like many men, just doesn't have language, doesn't know how to speak to another person at that depth about something that he's so unprepared for. How do I come into the character? So I think it's about personalising the relationship with the daughter. All right, just make a connection. And rather than you can think about it a little bit, but ultimately you just got to look in the other person's eyes and find something to grab onto, and then just try and grab onto it authentically. Then try not to think about yourself too much.
Jodie's in a real place of dysfunction. She's not coping with the death of her son at all. So yeah, it's quite an awful place that I have to go to sort of find where she's at. She spends a lot of the time underwater, so it's been really interesting filming all those sort of emotions underwater.
It's always interesting translating a script from you as the writer through to you as the director. It's always a challenge to get what you see in your head across, communicated to the people on set. But I think I've been really fortunate with the crew we've got for Breathless. They've just been exceptional in terms of the response to how they know how to, Richard Bell, who's doing cinematography, I can say something and then I'll look at the playback and sure enough that's it on screen. And the thing that I find most amazing is when I'm watching something, when I'm watching performance on screen or watching, some of the reactions, takes my breath away sometimes. I get caught in the moment, and that's just the raw footage, that's just the raw performance. So I always go, wait till that's on the big screen, wait till there's music behind it, wait till, you know, it's had all the grading and bits and pieces, because it's just going to be phenomenal. This isn't just a single person's effort. This isn't two people's effort. It's a group of people's contribution to making a film.
Quite a complex amount of filming with 35mm, and especially with underwater stuff. You know, you've got a lot of added elements like divers and underwater camera kit and all these extra expenses, and so much of our crew have come on board knowing that they're not going to get paid either on, you know, at all or only for such a small fee, and to have people who still want to do it even when they know that they're not going to get paid for things is just remarkable, I think.
It's not like some big budget film where you've got, you know, hours waiting around and sort of, you know, 6-7 takes. It's, if you get it right, first take, moving on. Next, even though as an actor sometimes you'd like to give it another shot, you're just like, oh, can I have one more? You think you can do a better job. You just don't have the time or the money on sort of a low budget short film like this. Put the goggles on at the start of the shoot and sort of just realised how clear you can see other people, and I said to Pete, is this how clear you're going to be able to see me? And they're like, yeah, and I thought, all right, you're going to see everything, so I've just got to, in a way it was like doing it with your eyes shut a little bit. I mean, you can see, but it's, yeah, it just had to go by feeling quite a lot, and trial and error, and what came across well and what didn't. Pete, bless him, he jumped in with me the entire shoot without a wetsuit, just to make sure he knew what I was going through, and you know, to gauge how cold it was after 16 hours. You're not? Are you?
Oh, look at that!
Oh, you're mad! Oh, you're mad! Woo! Yeah. Oh my God, it's invigorating.
This one just a wee bit less struggle.
Going to water at below 30 midnight was quite an experience.
You didn't enjoy that part?
No, I got hemorrhoids.
Rightio! On that note,
You can get cream for it.
out of the pool.
What's
The
the
water
big...
was really cold today.
The water was really cold today. My back muscles are really
Pete wanted it.
hurting.
We all had wetsuits, but Pete wanted to suffer with the actors, so he didn't put one on.
No, I'm a man.
When I was
Family scene.
holding Thomas and he was squealing and I had to drag him under the water.
Like poor Davey today, he hated me. Yeah, he hated me. Go on. Yeah. Yeah. Bloody great. That's lovely.
Peter is, it's the first time I've worked with Peter Ireland, and originally when I saw it was written and going to be directed by Pete, I googled him and I saw his last, or one of his previous short film Spokes, and I just saw, yeah, how that came up, and I thought, oh, good script, it's going to be shot well, looks beautiful, I want to be on board. So once we got the go-ahead, I was really, really grateful to be asked to work with him, and he's been absolutely amazing. I mean, we're shooting really, really quickly. Been in the water quite a while yesterday, a good in and out for 18 hours, and Pete was right there with us. He's heavily involved the entire time, so from what I've seen, it's going to come up really, really well.
Well, normally he helps me, like, he says stuff over and over again, which makes me think more about it. Like, he said, just pretend your mum's in the pool and she's about to drown, and he kept saying that over and over again, and I'm like, oh, don't say that again. And then it was making me cry, and he wanted me to cry.
He's sensitive to the people around him. He likes to communicate. He likes to have a relationship. Some directors are a bit funny in that they don't. Maybe there's a form of Asperger's going on, but they have trouble relating, connecting, and really it's a collaborative thing. You need to be able to work together and get a vision together and get interested together. And he has that, so he's interested to talk to you, and he'll listen, and he's not sort of dictatorial or everything's one way. He's about trying to tell a story collaboratively. So I think that says a lot about Peter as a director, is that he has an emotional intelligence that is admirable, and I really like directors who have that level of intelligence.
Kind of love the fact that I'm working with Peter. He's so easy to work with. He's such a great director, but he's also a very good organised person, and he has a huge amount of passion. So yeah, it's wonderful working with Pete. He's supported. There's absolutely no possible way I would have been able to produce this from Sydney, especially if he hadn't have supported me. And so yeah, very, very, very easy to work with.
Everyone wants a really good result, and just friendly, fun. It's fun.
The film will connect with an audience I think Breathless will connect with an audience not only from a point of grief, which we all go through, and healing, which we all go through. On the other side of grief is healing. So it will not only connect to an audience that way, but I think it's also, for me personally, it's kind of a story of a family that's broken and that somehow fixes themselves. And that's what really impacts me the most, the healing of a family. So I think that's what an audience will connect with, or at least I hope that's what an audience will connect with, you know, that kind of raw emotion on screen.
Got it?
No, that's all right.
Now it's